Morning, Tamimi. This is madness, this one. Absolutely crazy. Trying to get some big swings on it, but it's not playing ball. Spreads are rangy for a $3 stock. The spreads are going from like 5 cents to 15 cents to, but the range is huge. It's like 40-cent range. This is absolutely mental. It's a large enough flow. 170 million in the flow. Madness. Really is. I've been up 8 grand on this already and giving it back. I've been down 3 grand. Mental stock. Alright, let's get back over $3. Extremely volatile. Following it had a 25-to-1 stock split. It went from literal pennies up to like $6 with the stock split, and then it zoomed all the way down, and now it's trying to get back up again. This is crazy. Bidding, there's no spread. I don't like CFDs. You're at the mercy of your broker or your bookie. At least with the stock market, at least with stocks, you're actually getting the legitimate spreads and the legitimate prices. With CFDs, you're just getting what the broker or the bookie pays you. Hey, J-Spec. This is absolutely nuts, this one this morning. Cosmos Health. Changed its name from Cosmos Holdings to Cosmos Health yesterday. Did a 25 to 1 reverse stock split overnight. Lost 65% of its value. Well, lost pretty much all of its 90% of its value. And now he's trying to bounce back up again. Currently, it says like 800% up, but this could really go. It's mental, absolutely mental. This is a mental stock. It really is. I don't know why it's actually, there's no specific catalyst. I mean, it changed its name overnight. There's a few, it's done a reverse stock split, which can have that effect. It's just huge. So what's actually happened here? So let me talk you through what's gone on here. So they did a reverse stock split. So right here, it was down to what, 20-25 cents or whatever it was. 20-25 cents, something like that, and closed out yesterday 33 cents. So it's here, it's 25 cents or whatever it is. It moves up to 6.39. So it's gone from 21 cents to 6.39 as a result of the reverse stock split, 25 to 1. Then it's pulled all the way back down to a low of 23 cents, realizing the markets realized that it's massive. It's like 25 times below where it should be, and it's pumped all the way back up to here, which is kind of fair market value, I guess. I mean, a 25 to 1 stock split, it's 20 cents, a 10 cent, it's 20 cents, a 10 to 1 will give it a $2 value. A 20 to 1 would give it a $4 value. So this should have a $5 value. 20 cent stock, 25 to 1, it's a $5 value. Just going mental right now. It's like a glitch in the matrix. It's a money glitch. Every time it's broke $3, I've got in. I've just been trading this range. Now I got up here and I was 8,000 down, and then as it moved back up, I got back in and took some profits. So it's basically every time it's broke $3, I've got in and took some profits. And that was the last time you just saw me taking profits there. So seems like we've got a bit of a money glitch going on. But the spreads are ranging anywhere between 0 and 20 cents as well. No, neither do I, J-Spec. I don't know what I'm doing. I just know I'm doing it well. My worst case scenario is I get on this with 5,000 shares. Worst case scenario is I lose 15 grand. Because it can only go to 0, you know? I can't even lose 15 grand now because I'm 2.5 grand up. Just got in at 311. See what I mean? It's just so rangy, and it's quick. You've got to be quick to catch the moves. I'm not getting filled straight away either, so that sometimes it's going without me. Spread's wacky. It absolutely is. Absolutely mental, this is. Well, that was going without me then. Range is mental. The spreads are whack. It's like 30-cent spreads. It was as much as 40 cents a few minutes ago. Seems to be finding its value there at $3-ish. Looks like 12 million shares been traded on this already, so it's got a lot of attention, to say the least. Averages 2 million shares a day, so it's 6 times relative volume right now. Hey Phil, Steve. Don't try and second guess the market, J-Spec. Sometimes the market can be completely illogical, and you can have a wonderful catalyst and the stock does nothing, or it does the exact opposite of what you would expect it to do. On up there. At the bid. This is just mental. It's absolutely crazy. I'm gonna get it 350 on this and I'll be set. She's fine. She the Miyako's she's living her best life. She's over on the sofa sleeping. She's been quite clingy. To be fair, she has been very clingy this last few days, understandably. But do you know what? It's going to lock in some little bit more there. Get it. MP material. I'm not quite understanding there, Eduardo. But yeah, so she's not on the sofa. She was actually, her stomach was off for some reason, so she puked up twice last night. I had to go around and clean it up this morning. And her bed is, for whatever reason, the bed that she doesn't sleep on, she puked on that as well. But yeah, Cosmos Holdings, that's what I've been watching this morning. Going absolutely mental. Really is. Now, I don't normally trade under $3, but for this one, I'm making an exception. And this is a lovely flag. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to wait for the breakout on this flag. So the thing with technical analysis, somewhat subjective. Probably would be better if I went that way. Okay, MP material chart, please. Okay, what's the ticker? MP? MP materials. Okay, so MP materials, $29 right now. Nobody's trading it. There's 2,000 shares been traded so far, 40 trades. So nobody's trading it at the moment. I don't know what if you're holding bags on this from earlier yesterday, but this is down to $29. It's not a huge way from where it opened up yesterday and sold off. It opened up yesterday about $36. Slightly down on the day, 1%. A $30 stock down 1% is not a big deal. In fact, 1%, regardless of the size of the stock, is not a huge deal. But if it's a big stock, then 1% can make a big difference. So if it's like a $300 stock, 1% is $3 whole dollars. But yeah, there's nobody trading at pre-market. All this action here is from yesterday's session. There's nobody trading this pre-market at all. Sorry about that. All right, we're getting a breakout here. So I'm looking for 40. How am I feeling? Yeah, I'm in a good place at the moment. Well, I'm feeling like I'm in a good place. I will be if this breaks out and goes back and tests the highs of $4. I'll be ecstatic if it does. Looking for 40 on the bid for put it on the ask. Extremely volatile this morning is this one. sort of bounce at the whole dollar. Now we've got this a new apex because we moved that. Not quite $1 million. Currently feeling like 952,000 bucks. But yeah, I know what you're saying. Hey, investing. It's only 50 cents. back up to $3. Up and down, absolutely. That's the story of my life. What's up with Cosmos Cosmos Health, or formerly Cosmos Holdings? They had an overnight reverse split, went from a 25-to-1 reverse split, and as a result of that, it bottomed out and crashed like 90%, and we're now bouncing on the back of that, because that's an unrealistic crash for doing a reverse stock split. If you did a reverse stock split, this should be $5. It was like 20 cents, 25-to-1 reverse split, equivalent value is $5. Job. Yeah, if you bought it at 49 cents, you're doing well. The question is, did you buy it at 49 cents yesterday, or did you buy it at 49 cents today? Because you bought it at 49 cents yesterday, or whenever it was last 49 cents before today, then you've lost a lot of money. Let's not talk about Grinder. It's not actually up 2,400% at all. It's a reverse stock split, Jack. It was like 20 cents at 4 o'clock this morning, and then it did the reverse stock split, or 20 cents overnight, and it did the reverse stock split, went up to 6.50, which is kind of strange, because what was the overnight price? So 9.55 yesterday. It was had a high of 22 cents. No, I don't think so. I personally don't think so anyway. But the S&P rebound, I don't think there will be one. I did say on my video yesterday that I'm going to be taking some big swings, some calculated risks. Hey Steve, look, you've got to take some big risks to get the big rewards. Today, if Christmas rally is cancelled, absolutely, I think so, yeah. Yes, it is a lower price than usual there, Alistair, simply because, like I say, this went up, this did a reverse stock split overnight. It went from like 22 cents after hours yesterday to opening at $6.50 or whatever it was. So it opened at 6.39, and then it dumped all the way down to 37 cents again, or 36 cents. So it's been rallying since then. So when you think about the reverse stock split, there's nothing really changed on the company. It's still the same value of the company. If it was 20, let's call it 20 cents. This should be trading at $5. That's why I'm trading it. I'm not saying it's going to go up to $5, but that's the equivalent value from what it was yesterday. If it was to maintain its the value overnight, $5 is the price per share. The answer to that, Sachin, is no, I can't. I don't trade the UK market. Simple. I mean, I could do a commentary on the UK market, but I don't trade it. It's just, for me, there's just not enough volume on the lower price, on the low float stocks on the UK market. There's just not enough volume. If you trade in the UK market, you really want to be in mid and high cap stocks. And again, there's not a lot of volume there, but the price movement's a lot more reliable. But Matt, today could be my last day. We'll see what happens. I am British, Sachin. Well, you might get your wish with the index. The index right now, 3800s. The S&P500 at 3800. We're missing out on a few other things if there's anything else moving. Not seeing a huge amount. Not with any kind of volatility. Landing, exact, no, there's nothing else really got any kind of volume at the moment. And I'm glad you I'm surprised you can distinguish the accent there, Sachin. Unless you're British yourself. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, Alistair. It's unlikely that I'm going to make that 7-figure net number unless I trade on my vacation. Do I really want to do that? Probably not. Excess is moving up nicely, 55.83. That's up nicely as well. That could be worth a watch. This is Exact Sciences. I did near Dumagate, so I'm going to be doing some diving off Apo and down. First thing Wednesday morning there, Ryan. I'm just consolidating right now. Currently 16 cents off the ask. Just waiting on this deciding to go. The volume's kind of died out a little bit from this initial move up, but we should get some more volume in a second. So bringing the misses. I'm not married there, Ryan. Yeah, so Exact Science is moving up based on a competitor reporting results on their clinical study. So it's kind of a in sympathy. So Exact Sciences, they have a competitor which is Guardian Health, and they reported studies of a colorectal cancer detection blood test. So why that? I don't know the ins and outs of the correlation between Exact Science and Guardant. But certainly that's why it's moving up. A 1.45, why would I do a 1.45? I'd rather just go for the round number of 1.5 if I was doing a 1.45. Do a 1.2, 1.5, and then a 1.2, did a 1.5 target for the year gross and a 1 million 1.2 net. That would probably mean that I would need to do 120 a month on average, which would be 6k a day on average. So that could be a reasonable ask, reasonable expectation potentially. To hit my net target today, 46,528 dollars and 26 cents specifically. That's how much I would need to get to my net goal on the year. It's not doable. It is doable. I mean, if we had a grinder IPO, for example, I mean, there's a few IPOs slated for today. If we had a grinder IPO and it moved up like it did, I'd got 50,000 out of that. Potentially, we could do it. $50,000 day, which is I've had very recently. I've had a $43,000 day just last week. So it is possible. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it is possible. It could double from here, I think. It could go back up to 6. I doubt it. It'd be nice for it to go back up and test the high of 4. So we've got a key level here at $4. Oh. It's actually 392, so I'm going to put that there in there. Over $3 on the ask. We want 320. No, this is Dash Trader Pro. Well, this is a reasonably sized float as well. I mean, this is like 170 million in the float on this one. Thought we were actually going to get that breakout and maybe get to 340, 350, but I guess we'll have to wait. $320. I'm looking for 320 for a take profit. We almost got it on that last candle, but I think we got up to 315 on that last candle. 310. We got 310 on that last candle. I'm looking for 320. Thoughts on Mullen selling off today? That's my opinion on Mullen. It's slightly up on the day. It's 32 cents, but it's down on its peak from yesterday. So I think it'll probably go back below 30 cents today. Mullen Automotive. If 340 on the chart, yeah, I think that's a good, a realistic target, Ryan. But my first target is 320. I'll take some profit at 320. I'll leave some in for the rest. If it gets to 320, I'll leave some in. About 340, 350 level. But I want to see 320 first. Now we're back down to the 375, $0.75 area again. Spreads have narrowed. Well, for now at least. Earlier today, when I first started trading, it's about 740, 750. Spreads were like 30, 40 cents. I'm like, wow, on a $2 stock. Move this to the bodies instead of the wicks. There we go. Move that to the bodies instead of the wicks. Yeah, we're looking at $1.50 to the VWAP. But I think what happened, if I'm kind of guessing here as to what's happened, there's a whole bunch of people were holding this overnight at 20 cents. They've come in this morning when the markets have opened. They've seen it's $6 and thinking, I'm taking profits, not realizing it was a stock flip. And as a result, they've not made any money. And then they're buying back in. Over 320. This could go up to $4. Like I say, as just the logic behind the stock split, it should be right now. It should be trading at $5. I'm not saying that's a fair market value for it. I'm not saying that's a target. I'm just saying a 25 to 1. It was 22, just under 22 cents yesterday when the after hours session closed. So based on that, at a 25 to 1 reverse split, so 25 times 22 cents is $5. So it should be $5. That's what it should be trading at. All equitable movement, it should be trading at $5. $13, $14, $15. We'll get the 20. I'm just going to lock in a little bit there. I'm just going to lock in a bit more. It's locked in 10,000 shares. It just got rejected. I'm just going to lock in a little bit more. I'll keep 10,000 shares on for the break of 320. 319 on the ask. The stock is halted. I've seen you look at the level 2 and predict whether it'll go up or down when the halt ends. What is it that you're looking at? Well, the level 1 predicts first and foremost, the level 1 predicts where it's going to actually halt, where it's going to resume. Okay, so that's pulling back again. So I'll get into that for now. 7,000 up on the day, which is a good start before the bell. To answer this question, Ryan, so first and foremost, I'll look at the level 1. That tells you what there's a predict. It tells you what the mean is, the average of between the bid and the ask. So that's a good indication. But then you want to be looking at the actual numbers on your level 2. So where are the bids and where are the asks? And if you're getting a number of bids at a certain level and a number of asks at a certain level, if it's weighted one way or the other, you know which way it's going to go. If it's pretty much even, then you know it's the level 1's probably going to be correct. So not a bad start to the day. Yes, I think we went down to about 7,000 unrealized in the red, but you know what? Kind of got a reasonable flag this as well. Certainly on the 5 minute. Let's get rid of these lines here and redraw them. On the 5 minute, because we tend to have more reliable moves on the 5 minute. Okay. Okay. Put this on the 1 minute. Zoom in. Fairly good representation. Not here. All right. Now this is pulling back a little bit further than we would want, so maybe that's not the right. Close enough. Another apex to this wedge here. Yeah, certainly. Where is it? Give me a second. So here you've got the level 2, okay? Here's the level 2 that we're talking about, and you can see that your pricing comes in here. You've got the bid and the ask. Now you still get these level 2. Sometimes you don't, but more often than not, when it's halted, you still get these prices coming in. As you can see on this, and of course on the level 1, which is essentially the bid and the ask up at the top here, you've got, let's say the bid is 12, 313 and 314. But here you've got the level 2, which is tells you what the next bids below that are, how many orders there are in hundreds, by the way. So these numbers are in hundreds, not ones and twos, and this is the ask. So if your bid and the ask on your level 1 is looking like it's closer to one than it is to the other, then there's an imbalance. If you're looking at one's heavily weighted more than the other, then there's an imbalance. So that's really what you're looking for on the level 2 here. Okay. I hope that makes sense. No, you're okay. I'm not interested in you promoting my channel. I do that myself. That's what this stream does. But thanks anyway. Well, it's not so much who's shorting, but how much they're shorting. Right, let's have a look at what else is moving right now, because I kind of made 7 grand on this. I started recording before I took this trade, so this trade here, I got in kind of just over $3, 320, whatever it was. Went all the way up, took my first profits up there at 367, and it continued moving up. Oh no, I added at 367 as it continued moving up. I took some profits on the way down, and then lost some on this bit here. Then got back in, and it just got choppy around the $3 level. So right now, I'm just kind of waiting for some consistent breakout. Thinking that this right now, I'll put this on here. Want to give me a closer fix? Yeah, that to this one. Yeah, that's pretty spot on. So take the move up, on the move back, that's the top of that candle, top of that candle, top of that candle. Pretty much, that's pretty accurate. So you want it, if you're trying to draw trend lines, you really want to be trying to draw trend lines that are tapped up 3 or more times. The more times they get hit, the more accurate they're going to be. This is trend line from the top of that candle, top of that one, top of that one, and so that's pretty much okay as far as I'm concerned. And this one again, bottom of there, bottom of there, bottom of there, there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. So yeah, I'm happy enough with that. Absolutely, Alistair, which reminds me, I need a cup of tea. Well, I'm hoping Argentina win it, Ronaldo. Let's put that Messi, Ronaldo position to bed. And quite frankly, the way that Mbappe reacted when Harry Kane missed his penalty basically tells me that I don't. Maybe I should walk away for you guys. I know I missed the breakout, but I'm not chasing the breakout. I'll wait for a pullback and a move back up. Or the break of the $0.50. Key level. Okay, so the high of this candle is 45. It's just typical, isn't it? That's the same thing happened yesterday with ICVX. I traded that really well on the way up, got caught in the halt, and then it gapped down. I got greedy, went for the bounce, didn't bounce, and then I called out the head and shoulders pot at 350. It moved up, broke out, went $3 while I was out doing my errands. And then called another one later at 475, a flat top, narrowing wedge into a flat top, and that broke out while I was cooking my dinner. So typical. I walk away from my desk, and the market's manipulated against me specifically. That's how important I am. It'd be a lot more fun than a lot of places, I'll tell you that much, Faz. 7, 8, like, all I could say, Alistair, is you must have had a good teacher. Because I was $8 up at one stage, but you decided to walk away. You got green and stayed green, and I stuck around with the greed. No thoughts on MAXR. It's an acquisition. There's no trades to be had there. It's an acquisition. No real opportunities. Now I'm going to go and make my cup of tea now. This is going to break out. I've got a little flat top at 345 for me. Well, I'll be logging into the Discord. I might do a couple of streams. Unlikely to be trading, but I'll do a couple of streams. If I can get over 12k today, I'll be happy enough. Managed to get 8 cents on that one. what did I've got to see. I'll come back to that. All right, let's see. Interactive brokers? No, sorry. Alistair, I'm just thinking about you a couple of seconds ago, actually. That double top. Unfortunately, it's on the short sale restrictions list, so I can't even short the. It's not so much a double top, but it potential devil horns up there. It is a reversal indicator, and it's a key level as well. The 392 was a level that it reversed at previously, so shorting not a bad idea, but it's on the short sale restrictions, so you can't. No shorting on the bid. But it's certainly, if you could short it, definitely. It's good volume. It's very good volume. Relative speaking, Cosmos. It normally does about 2 million shares, so it's like nearly 8. A little over seven times. Actually. Nearly eight times volume. How did I come out of that? Idiot. Oh, got a couple of extra quid. Is it ETB? No, this is Cosmos Health, Tamimi. You mean is it easy to borrow? Right, okay. Come on, the acronyms, death by acronym. It's not that I've not even looked whether it's easy to borrow or not. I just know that it's on the short sale restrictions list. No, it's relatively easy to borrow. Relatively easy to borrow, but it's on the short sale restrictions list. So you could borrow and not be able to short it because there's no shorting on the bid, which basically means wherever the price action's at, you've got to take a position on the ask or above and hope that the price action comes back for you, and it rallies and comes back for you to short it. It makes shorting a position a little bit more complicated, a little bit more difficult. So now we're looking at 408. It's funny how it just it rested as support on that 392, which was previously resistance. It's amazing how the market memory works. Pulled all the way back to 392, which was earlier resistance. Support and resistance interchangeable. Now I've got 2,500 to play with. Cushion of 2,500. I'm over goal by 1.5 times. Now I've got a cushion of 2,500. I could probably potentially take a big swing and manage my risk accordingly. Probably not at this moment in time. Victor. Simply because I'm unlikely to be trading in the next week or two. So I'll probably leave all my positions. What I'll do is I'll probably put some of my longer term positions that are in a losing perspective before the new year, just from a tax perspective, and then give it a couple of weeks and then potentially buy them back in, so I can write off some losses against tax. That's the idea, at least, anyway. Oh, I got a cent out of that. Well, I got 25 bucks. Paid for the second week of January. So my birthday's that first week as well. I've got New Year, then I've got my birthday, and then I'll be back the following week. I think it's the 9th. Off the top of my head. Is the Monday the 9th? No. Yeah, Monday the 9th will be when I'll be trading again. But stick around. I'll be dropping some. Tidbits and snippets and recordings, and who knows, we might even see some holiday snaps. Now we're looking at the quarter dollar. It needs to break the quarter dollar. You don't, Steve. Quite simply, you don't. You've got to eyeball it. Unfortunately, because what a stop loss essentially is a market order. It's telling the market or the market maker to cover your position or exit your position at the best available price, the full position, all or nothing, best available price. And that's why with stop losses you tend to get a lot of slippage, and if you're in a big position it can actually cause the price action to go down on some of these low float low cap stocks. But yeah, you can't stop losses don't execute in. I've tried putting stop limit orders in or limit trigger orders in, and that's not worked for me. I'll try that again because I think I was doing it wrong. But I've tried putting stop limit orders in, and that doesn't work either, because I think the stop limit order is the trigger's what's important. It triggers and sets going, but you've got a maximum, and it's effectively a market order to a maximum. So it is a limit order, but it only executes at in the market. So I don't mind Tenerife. I just don't like is it Playa Blanca or whatever it is? I think it is that is a bit too 18 to 30ish. Prefer the quieter areas in Tenerife, but it's a beautiful climate this time of year. Just the right type of climate. I'm going to get burnt to a frazzle actually. I don't know how I'm going to get this. Without speeding it up, I don't know how I'm going to get this last hour's trading on a 5-minute video into, or 10-minute video into TikTok. And you saying that, there was quite a lot of consolidation, so we'll see. Oh, you don't hold this? Absolutely get him. The only reason, mouse button or keyboard, whatever your hotkeys are, or on your mouse, or absolutely, Steve. You need to be eyes glued to the pre-market and post-market. Your eyes need to be glued to the chart, because you can't have those. Again, there's two things why I would, if you're a new trader, beginner trader, excuse me, if you're a new trader or a beginner trader, probably stay away from pre-market. One, the liquidity is not as much, the volume's not as much, so you tend to get a lot more volatility on lower volume. So that's the first bit. So you can get big swings, unpredictable swings, okay? So you need to manage your risk accordingly with that. Because the liquidity is less, the spreads are going to be wider. In most cases, the spreads will be wider because the liquidity is less. The way that the spread, if you think about how the spreads work, it's like an escalator, a stair-step situation. One's going up and one's going down. You've got a buyer on each stair, and they go up to meet each other. If you've not got a buyer on every step, then there's no transactions take place until you get to a further point down below. So that's the way I would equate the lack of liquidity. So you're going to get levels skipped, and that's why the spreads end up being wider with the lack of liquidity. So wider spreads, bigger range, lower volume, increased volatility. That's something to worry about, because if you're not an experienced trader, you can't put stops in place, so there's no safety net there. And if it moves a significant amount, let's go back to this, I'll just zoom out. It moves a significant amount. So this went from $6 in the space of 1, 2, 3, in the space of 5 minutes. Well, $6 to $1 in the space of 3 minutes. That's not going to happen in the open market. It would get a volatility halt, and it would be halted to the downside. So there's no volatility halts, there's no you can't do stop losses, so there's no safety nets pre-market. So if you're a beginner trader, either size way down and manage your risk accordingly, or just wait till after the bell. The first 5 minutes, if you're a beginner trader, after the bell, probably just wait for that first 5-minute candle to form, because the volatility will come in and it's going to be huge. Now, the volatility on this could be extremely huge after that first 5 minutes. So I might just sit back and wait which way is this going to go. So now we've got that $4 level. I'm just going to move that there, which it was $3.92, but now we've got a 4. High of session is $6.39. But 425. So I'm just going to move this up to 425. It's a $0.25 level. So that's now a key level to watch for after the bell. I'm going to put another one down at 92. Let's zoom in. So we're getting a bit of support, kind of trying to get a bit of support at a $0.75 level. So that 92 level was key because it was acted as resistance there, active resistance previously, and now we've got no support. Well, actually did get a bit of a bounce there. It was support there, got a bit of a bounce there. So that's obviously a key level. But the one I'm watching at the bell, which is in a little over 15 minutes, is going to be the $0.25 level. Yeah, absolutely. The algorithmic flushes. If a stock is, what you need to be wary of is algorithmic flushes based on an offering. So one thing I would say is when a stock moves up on the first day, it's got a catalyst. That's great. If it moves up without a catalyst, first and foremost, by all means trade the momentum, but be wary. And don't trade it if it doesn't have a catalyst on the second day and it's moving up again. check the SEC filings. You can find them in Benzinga. Check the SEC filings. Has there been a shelf offering put in place? They can't just hit an offer into the market. There has to be notification. So is there a shelf offering there? And if there is, just be wary, because you could get hit with that algorithmic flush. NH or EH? Let's have a quick look at that. Yeah, so this did a reverse, not quite as volatile as Cosmos. So this did a reverse stock split, went from 20 cents, same price as Cosmos. This went up to 20 cents and then went up to $2. So this did a was it 1 to 10 split? It looks like from 20 cents to $2, 1 to 10 split. Sold off down to 68 cents or whatever it is, 66 cents, before moving then up back to 254. So it's created a bit of volatility there, but nothing like what it was with Cosmos. I mean, look at, you've gone from 20 cents to $2, which is the legitimate split. So then it's pulled back a little over what, 65%, 70% or whatever it is, and then moved back up, and now it's kind of not far off where it should be. The fair market value for that, based on yesterday's price, would be $2. Cosmos, on the other hand, completely from 20 cents up to $6, $6.39, I think it was, well, $6, and then pull all the way back to like 23 cents again. So it lost pretty much 99% of its gain from the stock split, but it wasn't the gain, so it actually lost all that value. And now it's moving back up again. So let's talk about where we get in here next. Break of the $0.50 is what I was looking for. What am I in at? 54? 34 I'll get out. I'm risking $500. The volatility is still there. Spreads are a lot narrower because there's a lot more liquidity now in, because there's a lot more volume. So it broke that level that I was talking about, the $0.25 level, so I got out. Yeah, completely irrational stuff, but the market can be irrational, and it can stay irrational and illogical longer than I can stay solvent. Just saying. So now I'm looking for the break of the $0.50. That's where I got in for the break of the $0.50, as you can quite clearly see. And it went up to, what was the high on that candle? 457. So we didn't even get 10 cents on that move from the break of the $0.50. So it's all, I like to enter on breaks of key levels. It's always safer if you wait for a pullback and then a move up to new highs. That's always a better entry. Now I'm a little bit more aggressive, so if I'm chasing momentum and we get a break of a key level, and this gets me into trouble a lot of times, but it works out and does really well for me a lot of times as well. Let's pull him all the way back to $4. Don't mind that. We've got 10 minutes to the open. I can check. What's the ticker on Chegg? It's CHGG. Yeah. Oh, ouch. This is. I didn't have a great day yesterday. There's nobody trading it pre-market. It tends to get its volume after the bell. But Chegg, it's down on the day right now. Just over a percentage point down. It's at 27.25. The spreads are 20 cents, and there's only 1,500 shares been traded. There's like 46 trades across the whole day, so there's nothing going on with Chegg. Wait till after the bell, it might change, but right now it's doing nothing. ZOM, I can take a look at ZOM for. I remember trading this a long time ago. This is just barcoding. This is not doing anything. There's no range. It's like we're talking about 0.3 of a 0.3 of a penny is the range, average true range on this. So this is not doing anything. Zomedica, this is not doing anything at all. I'm pretty sure this was up above $3 at some stage last year. I distinctly remember trading it at that level. It might have been the year before. But Zomedica not doing anything. There's no volatility, no range, and no volume. So 122,000 shares been traded. Oh, no trades to be had there. There's no profit to be made on that one there, unfortunately. You want one of my students to take over the stream while I'm on vacation? Well, I'll still be doing some bits and pieces. It depends how many cocktails I've had, but it's going to be, the market's going to be opening about, it'll be 10 o'clock my time, so 10:30, so or 9:30 I think it might be. Whatever, 10:30 I think it is. So I don't mind. My day's going to be done. It depends on where I am and what I'm doing. I might be sat by the pool drinking cocktails, and I can just do some commentary on the on the market open. I'll be fine. Hey Liz. Right, what else is moving? This is very low volume, but that looks like either an acquisition or a stock split. So let's have a look. Trian Insurance Group. I think this is probably a stock split as well. I'll put 5.99. No, it's an acquisition. So, Trin Insurance Group shares are trading higher after the company announced a definitive agreement to be acquired by Alteris Capital Partners for $6.15 in cash. So that's why that one's looking like that. So, Maxar the two top movers right now, Maxar and Trin Insurance Group, are both acquisitions. Lanvin Group is no volume. Exus has moved up. The volume's coming in, it's increased a little bit, but it's back up to this level of kind of 55, 55, 50, 50. So this could be interesting, but the spreads, 8 cents right now. So the spreads earlier were just silly. I think they were $3 or something. So like I said, $3 on the spread is kind of normal when it's a stock of $55. $3 spread if it's illiquid, if there's not a lot of people trading it, there's not a lot of liquidity, and you can get rebates on your trades, believe it or not, if you are adding liquidity to the market. That, what I mean by that is, if you are not if you send a limit order that's not marketable, i.e. it doesn't get filled straight away, so it hits the level 2 and it's below, either below the current bid or higher than the current ask, that's adding liquidity to the market. If you then get filled, certain market makers will give you rebates on your ECN fees. So I'm just going to put Cosmos on here. We've traded that's pretty much it, really. IMV gap down. What's going on with IMV? I had a really good day. Is that have they announced an offering? Let's have a look at IMV here before I jump into the chart. So you can see this on the 15. You can see that huge sell-off. It had a good day yesterday, and it's got a big sell-off, big flush there. So IMV shares are trading low after the company announced a 9 million registered direct offering at the market price. Okay, so yeah, that's what I said. This is what Alistair was talking about earlier. Is pre-market. You need to be very careful. If I zoom out here, so this would have been trading pre-market based on the move up yesterday. It had a stock split earlier at the beginning of the week. A reverse stock split, moved up, then it had a catalyst, it moved up with that, and then because they're not making any money, and this is what a lot of these companies are like, the garbage companies, they're not making any money through their primary business objectives. So what they do is when the share price is up, they'll hit the market with an offering, and they'll basically dilute the float. And in this particular case, they're raising another $9 million to pay the bills. It's another way of doing it. So straight away, because the shares being diluted, people just discard. They don't want a piece of it. So the market then sells off, and you get this algorithmic flush because of that share dilution or float dilution. That's what's happened there. So this went from, it opened at 342, did a quick move up, but it opened at 342 and then went all the way down to 251. So that's almost a whole dollar flush there, which is quite a bit when you're a $3 stock. It's like 30% drop straight away. So that's what we're talking about if pre-market, you've got a company, and what you really want to be doing is making sure that do your research, the fundamentals. If you're using Benzinga, you can check if there's a shelf offering available there and they've registered it, and if they have, you need to be doubly careful when these penny stocks move up like this pre-market. So just saying. We've traded Global Star quite a number of times. This has just popped up on these scanners. So 156. This is Global Star, and not great volume right now, but top of the surging scanners right now. Not something I'm going to be trading, but we'll see. Let's have a look at Planet Labs. Well, I've got 90 seconds. I'll have a quick bio break, and I'll be back for the bell. Okay, guys, we've got 30 seconds to the bell. Let's have a look at Cosmos. I'll change the scanners over. There doesn't seem to be a lot of upwards movement at the moment, but we might get a bit more volatility now. So we've got 10 seconds to the bell. See what the market gives us. Halt. That better not be halted right now. Well, there you go. There's straight into a volatility halt. Now the question here is, will this gap up, or because I'm seeing a resumption at 429, so that's a 4-cent gap up. I should have put a trailing stop in place, but there we go. We'll see. What else is moving? So this will resume at 5:25 too, so it's 9:35. Spreads on this 5 cents. Pre-market high. There's my horizontal. Goes here. 56 pretty much on the nose, I would say. Oh, those spreads widen fairly quick. Caught between the spread at the minute. The halt at 58, over $58.50, so you can go way off that. Don't have to worry about that. Because I caught between the spreads right now. This is one of the pre-market gappers. I want to see a gap and go. I want to see this up at 56.50 maybe. 56.75. $57. In your own time. Take the bid with you, Mr. Ask. Moving up. Take the bid with you. Come on. Stop messing me about. I don't want to try and trade two stocks at the same time. I'm just going to get out of that. A small loss because Cosmos is coming back around. We've got 30 seconds on this, so I've got a higher because I only had 2,500 shares on that other one, but I've got 10,000 on this. Now we'll probably get a slight gap up, I would imagine, based on the ask. Oh, we've got 30 seconds to resumption. Might be a sideways resumption and a move up. We'll see. No, a sideways resumption. Looks like. Here we go. Well, just locked in another couple of quid before it flushed down into a halt. So I managed to get, what did I buy? 425. I managed to get 10 cents on that. So I managed to get 1,000, an extra 1,000. Now we can go back to this one. See if it's going to break out for us. And we get our 500 bucks back. Well, if you would have gone in at 4, it's just halted. So, not sure what you mean there, Ronald. So this this move up here, I was waiting for the move up, and I got in for the break of the $0.25. So you could have got in at 4, which is fine. Break of the whole, that's perfectly good reasoning. Break of the whole dollar. But then I got into the halt. My own fault. I entered just ahead of the break of the $0.25. The halt got halted there instead at the $0.25. And then when it resumed higher. So it just resumed, the resumption there was 4.45. So I took some, because the spreads were about 10 cents. I immediately took some profits off, and then when the rest came, when it moved up and then started to get resistance at the $0.50, I took the rest off before it flushed down. So I managed to get an extra 1,000 bucks on that. Right, let's have a look. What's moving up nicely? AMAM. So this is Ambrx Biopharma. $234. It's a bit below what I like to trade. And quite frankly, there's no volume right now. I expected there might have been a bit more volume with it being Quadruple Witching Day. So if you want, that's not as nefarious and spooky as it sounds. It basically means it's 4 times a year. The options and contracts market has 4 different types of contracts that expire on the same day, and today's one of those 4 days. So it's Quadruple Witching Day. Cheers, Jarbad. Appreciate that. Well, we're kind of 2.5. We're hovering around 1.5 times gold at the moment for about at the last hour. For being honest, so I'm not seeing. We're only what 10 minutes into the market open, so we've still got plenty of time for something to pop up, something to start hitting us with a bit of volatility. Let's go back to Exus. It's kind of that $56 level is proving a bit difficult. Yeah, I think you're probably right now. You're probably right. It's not often you're wrong, buddy, but you're probably right again. Make sure you smash that like button. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you smash that like button. Do that. It will introduce volatility into the market. Trust me, it works every time. So if more than half the people that are watching the stream smash that thumbs up button, it introduces volatility into the market. Just try it. Try it now. You'll find out. As for you guys on the old tickety tockety, how many likes have we got there, Alistair? Have we got 3,000? Does the pooch get? Does she get fed? Look at her with a bald belly where she had her operation. And to be fair, she's been a good girl. She's not been had to wear the corn of shame at all. So she's not been scratching or biting or anything. But get that like count up, and we can feed the pooch. 3,000 likes, and we'll feed the pooch. Okay, somebody let me know what we're. Somebody let me know how many likes we've got on the old tickety tockety. Did we ever resume on Cosmos? The resumption, we should be resuming about now. 41.11, 36.02. Yeah, so it should be, unless it's a 10-minute halt. Must be a 10-minute halt. So we'll come back to that. 1.6. Come on, guys. Tap that screen. Everybody tap that screen 20 times. Everybody on the old tickety-tocky, tap the screen 20 times. We should have enough people to get that like count up over 3,000. You've been doing me dirty these last few days. The poor pooch has not been fed. So she could do with losing a bit of weight, but that's besides the point. Not her fault she's fat, it's mine. And they say dogs take after their owners. So... the volatility there, PMZ. What defines whether it's going to be a 5-minute or a 10-minute halt? It's how much it's moved in what space of time. So the more volatile it is, the longer the halt. They want to basically just calm the transactions down a little bit. Let's have a look at Bicey. So let's have a look at this. So this is beyond spring. This is up now at 210. It's arguably the top mover in the last 15 minutes. Moved 30% in the last 15 minutes. So interesting. Question is why? Always a good question. I've just opened the Benzinga and it's just taken a little bit of a while to load. So it's slow to load for some reason. So buy spring. I'm not seeing any particular news catalyst for this move. Let me get rid of. All right, let's have a quick Bitcoin, 17,000, just over 17,000. Ethereum, 12.16. Cardano is under 30 cents now, 28.5 cents. XRP, 36.5 cents. Let's get rid of that. That should free up some memory. My Benzinga. Yeah, not seeing anything for beyond spring white moving up. It's pulling back now, so let's take a look at Osmos. So that should 46. That should resume. Yeah, so we probably couldn't have got much out of this. Maybe a couple of bucks if worst case scenario. So that's just moving sideways with not much volatility. I thought as we broke that, the reason I took at this trade. If you're looking for a gap and go, you're looking for some of this gapping up pretty much pre-market, and then at the bell it pulls back, and then at the bell it moves back up and tests those pre-market highs or significant pre-market resistance levels and breaks them, which is what happened with Exact Sciences here. It broke this pre-market level here at $56 plus change. That's why we entered the position there, and it didn't really break out. The spreads didn't allow us to take much profit on that, so as it pulled back, I kind of got out. As it just kind of stagnating, kind of got out for a small loss, 10 cents. We lost 10 cents up per share on that one. So look, it is what it is. There we go. Okay. Would you like one of these? Can I have one? Got a treat, Miyako? Here you go. You're gonna have to get up. You're not feeling well? What's wrong with you? Not like you not to eat your treat. Well, we'll see what she's doing. I think she's been on medication. I'll check out, see if she's okay later. I'm due to take her back for a checkup as well. Actually, I'll just you know. Oh, you're okay. So another halt down on Cosmos. Bearing in mind this realistically should be trading up at $5. Another halt downwards. We'll see. If it comes back down to $3, it could be worth another pump, but we'll see. I'd rather look at other things right now. Like, I can't trade that. I want to trade that. Can't trade that. There's not enough volume. RNA moving up though. Traded this the last couple of days, profitable probably. This had clinical trial results. I think it was Tuesday that this came out. So what are we? Not Wednesday. It would have been. Clinical trial results came out on Wednesday, and it had a really good. Let's take a look at the 60-minute. Go back into the 1 minute. We're a little way off that, so how many screens do I have at any one time? 4. So right now I've got my trading screen, my Benzinga screen, my watch list screen. I'll show you. Why not? So I've got my watch list screen there. I've got my Benzinga screen there. I've got my trading screen there. And then over here, I've got my YouTube chat and everything else. So emails and everything else that I'm doing while I'm trading. So that's what my setup looks like. So this is Avidity Bioscience. As I say, this had good clinical trial data on Wednesday. And now we're looking for this to move up, maybe get, what are we in here? So we're in at 360, so we'll look at the $0.75 level. 375, let's see if we can get 15 cents on this. There we go. A 10-cent trailing stop in place. 2,500 shares. See how far that gets us before we get stopped out. We can always get back in. Because we're testing that $20 level. $0.75 is where my stop is. There we go. So it pulled back to the $0.75 level, and we got 600 bucks out of that. Nice. I'm using a laptop, Farron. So that's what I'm using. I like a laptop because I like the portability. I like to be able to. I don't like the thought of I can't trade if I can't be at home. I'm taking my laptop with me. I'm not taking these screens. I do have in my bag. I have some portable laptops as well, so you can get some USB. They're not as good. They're not smaller, so you have to configure your screens a little bit different. But yeah, best way I would describe it, the form factor is not important. It's the specification that's important. It can be a desktop, it could be a tower, it could be a laptop or workstation. It's the processing power, the graphics. What I would say is get yourself a gaming computer, whether that's a laptop, gaming laptop, or whether it's a gaming computer, and it's very similar processing requirements. So yeah, I'm using a laptop right now. I'm using a HP Pavilion. So base hits, nice 600 bucks, takes us over 8,000 on the day. It's pulling back, so we'll wait for it to pull back. Look for next candle makes a new high. The high of this candle is 73.5. So realistically, we're looking at the next candle to hit the $0.75 level. Is there anything else moving in the meantime? Hoth, the ice system of Hoth. Forgot to check my signals for halts and things. That's my own fault. Been too busy trading with one particular stock that I forgot to set my scanners on my signal alerts for price spikes and high series. What I would say is don't try day trading on a mobile phone or a tablet. By all means, use a tablet. You can put your scanners and your screeners on your tablet and have it sat up next to your PC or your laptop. Oh, Lee Auto's breaking highs. We don't mind Lee Autos either. Where did this X-Pen's probably going with it? We're at 68, so again we're looking for 75. Nice double bottom formation here. So this is a W formation, double bottom, and then the move up. So realistically, from that breakout there at let's call it 21.55 down to 21.17. So you're looking at 40 cents. So you're looking at 21.90 as your target. 21.80 if you're conservative. I'm at 6.68. ATR is 9 cents. Down 8. Come on, Lee. You know you want to break out. You did the double bottom. Let's follow it through. So kind of tapping that entry level. We're in at 68. We're now over 75. Looking for 80 for the first take profit, as I said. Then we'll ride the rest. Takes your time. Can be quite lethargic by the looks of it. Breaks a new low, we get out. We've just had a low on that last candle, which is 21.59 is the last low. So we want this to break new highs. Current high of day is 21.75. It is the quarter dollar, so maybe that's a doji. That's a change in sentiment. Usually, when you get a doji, needs to fill the up wick of that doji, which is up to 21.75. Get green, stay green, absolutely. Get your merch. Get green, stay green. That's a double doji. Put this at the low of that last swing low. That's my stop. So it has to swing lower in order to stop me out right now. Yeah, I'll be streaming for another half an hour yet, Fuzzy. Because this is my last day's trading. I really want to have a big day today. I mean, we're 8,000 up. I would like to have a big. We're over the daily goal, but I'd like to have a big day because I'm way behind the annual goal right now. So based on, let me have a quick. Based on my TraderView stats, I needed 17,500 today to get to that 1.2 annual goal. It looks like I'm going to be trading on Monday at this rate, but another 10k would take me there. This didn't break out as I thought it would, so I just put a 10-cent trailing stop in. I swapped the a 10-cent stop for a 10-cent trailing stop. I'm now risking 4 cents. There we go. So we lost 6 cents. We've got slippage on that, but when do I come back? I'll be starting back from the 9th of January at Klaatu. So I'm mostly packed. I've got 1 case to pack, and that's kind of the carry on. I've got 2 suitcases packed with all my equipment and stuff and what have you, but I've not done my carry on. So let's see what else we've got. It's warm here now. It's freezing out here. No, that's probably why you're not eating your treat. It's too warm for you. Okay, so Lee Autos. Let's have a look at XPeng. Is that moving up instead? That's pulling back as well. We're probably getting Billy and a few of the others doing the same thing. So the Chinese sector stocks are likely to move up today simply because the SEC has basically announced that they're not going to be. A lot of these were under risk of being expelled from the US stock exchange, regulatory and security risks. And the SEC's come out and said, no, they're not going to be expelled, they're safe. And that's probably why these are going to move up a little bit today. You do, Alistair. You really do. You really do. I mean, you get one in capital class. You get 1 suitcase, whereas in business you get at least 2, plus a decent carry-on allowance as well, and free drinks, of course. That's always important. We're halted to the upside with Cosmos now. It's another trading halt. So I did say if it comes back down to $3, I wasn't watching it. If it comes back down to $3, it could be worth looking at again. So it came back down to $3 and then shot back up to $3.35, and it's a halt up. It looks like it's going to resume sideways by the looks of it. So that halted at 57. We've got a little over a minute before Cosmos resumes. If you want to take a look at that. Is that on Cosmos, Tamimi? Which ticker are you talking about, Tamimi? Cosmos going crazy on Thinkorswim? Well, it's halted. People won't be able to get. People will be stuck if it's halted. Oh, it halted. It gapped down. Wow, a big gap down as well. Ah, right. Okay, so it's not just a particular stock. It's just they're having technical issues. Right. Okay, makes sense. Platform issue. What's the spreads on Cosmos? Not bad. But I want to see this over 330. This is pulling back now, so probably not really my area of comfort. Well, I'll be on and off. I'll be in the Discord most days there, Alistair, so don't worry about that. I'll be. You can still reach me in the Discord, or you can reach me on socials. That's no problem. But I might not just be streaming as prevalently. I might, if I'm streaming, I might, rather than doing 2.5 hours, I might do the last hour of the pre-market, last half, 30 minutes of the pre-market, first 30 minutes of the market. So it's only streaming for an hour. So we'll see how that works out for me, if I have to, if I want to. There's not a huge amount. I'm being completely transparent with everybody. $320. Alt level is 38, so there's trailing stop in there. 2,500. I'm going to put a 10-cent trailing stop. So I'm profit on this one. It's halted to the upside, so I've got a trailing stop in place. If that resumes, it's going to halt to the upside. It might be a false halt yet, but because there's still transactions going, a lot of transactions going through at 38. So a lot of buying going on at 38 there. So I've got 2,500 shares there. This 38 gap up sideways, I don't know, but if it gaps down 10 cents, I'll get stopped out for break even, so I'll leave that there. I had some platform issues yesterday. I got getting margin warnings. Was it yesterday or the day before? I can't remember. I got quite a few margin warnings, even though I wasn't over my margin limit. I kept getting margin warnings popping up. I don't know what that was about, but it didn't stop me losing 10k yesterday. So Ambrox Biopharma is looking to have another good day by the looks of it. If it gets over $3, I might be interested. If it continues to show signs of strength, we'll see. Yeah, Cosmos is mental at the moment. Right, I'm just going to sort the wheat from the chaff here, because if it's not doing 10,000 a minute in terms of volume, I'm not interested. So I'm going to put this at 150. I'm going to put this at I'll put this at volume 500,000 for now. Change it to 1 million at the bottom of the hour. So there we go. We'll sort the wheat from the chaff. We can actually get on with some of this now. TAL Education. Have a quick look at TAL. TAL Education is moving up nicely. Nicola, not traded that for a long time, but New Orient Education as well, that's moving up. Go-To Tech, I'll come back to those in a second. Are we still halted? What time does this resume? 10:10, 10:10. So we've got 2 minutes. And it looks like the level. It looks like a level resumption by the looks of it. I've only got 2,500 shares in this because it's extremely volatile. It's halting up and down all the time. It's on the short sale restrictions list. It is shortable. but you can't short it on the short sale restrictions list. There are shares to borrow. Li Auto's moving up again. No, Li Auto's is not, but TAL Education is. Let's have a look at TAL Education. I guess it's over 750. That could be of interest. But what I'll do is I'll watch this for. Actually, I could trade TAL Education. I've got a stop in place there. That won't hurt me. Wait for the pullback. Come back to that in a second. So there's a little S flip jug next to your level up and level down. If you hover over your little S, it'll tell you whether there are shorts available, whether it's shortable or not, and how many shares that your broker has. Well, made a little bit more there. I got 4 cents. Made 200 bucks. This is going at 374. Buy again. $355. I'm going to give it 26 on the ATR. That's pretty much what I'm going to give it. So put a stop at the $0.25. So I'm giving it 30 cents. Breaks new highs. We really should have put a trailing stop in place, but we'll give it the 30 cents. For a 20-cent trailing stop in place. Yeah. That pulled a little bit too far back. Yeah, no worries. That's halted to the downside. Down 308, yeah, that's halted to the downside. Now, TAL Education, while that's halted, are we getting another break here? Current high of day 54. Anything else moving? This is not. Just broke a new high of day. Now we're looking for maybe a 65. Let's see. Very tight stop here, very tight risk, $0.50. I'm risking 4 cents on this. 4 cents to make 10. Why did I push that there? Idiot. I got a little bit too early there. Lost 3 cents. Not breaking out quick enough for me. It might well do, but it's not breaking out quick enough for me. This is first red candle in 5 on the 5 minute. Coming up to the top of the 5 minute as well. Possible double top formation there. So a few reversal indicators. Really needs to break that 37.20. This is New Oriental Education. This has made some big runs in the past. $0.06 spreads. Looking for 37.30, 37.50 on the ask. There we go, 475 bucks. It's all base hits. That was pretty much a little bit too tight. I put a 10-cent stop. I probably should have put a 20 in. Given that the average true range is 27, maybe a 20-cent stop would have been better. Let's see. I would have still got stopped out. I would have got stopped out for less, so that's okay. Do I have a short? Yes, I do, Rocks. It's just I'm long biased. I find there's no difference between going short and going long. It's just you tend to find that people who are going short are looking at exactly the same stocks that people are going long. So people who are going long are looking for stocks that are exhibiting a bullish trend and moving upwards. People who go short are looking for those same stocks that are reaching the end of that trend and they're looking for a reversal. So they're looking at stocks that have moved up bullishly, they're now reaching a point of extension and they're waiting for that pullback. So there's no real difference. There's slight differences in terms of the actual patterns. You've got the same kind of setups but in reverse. So a bull flag is the same as a bear flag but upside down. You've got the inverse head and shoulders pattern that you might want to look for if you're bullish, head and shoulders if you're bearish. The double tops versus the double bottoms. So it's very similar. Now, the problem with going short is that not all stocks are shortable. Some stocks are hard to borrow. If they're hard to borrow, you've got borrow fees, you've got locate fees, you've got borrow fees if you hold it overnight. I don't tend to hold these garbage stocks overnight anyway, but you've got locate fees. Even if you don't short, if it's hard to borrow and you have to pay locate fees, even if you don't use them, you still hit with those fees. Then you've got, is it on the short sale restrictions list? So if it's on the short sale restrictions list, there's no shorting on the bid. So you have to wait, you have to put an order in above the current price action and hope it comes back for you with the current price action. Otherwise, you're constantly moving that order down and down and down, and it makes it more complicated to actually trade. So I am long biased. Just that the way the market's set up, most people tend to be long biased as well. But yes, I do short occasionally. Cosmo's halted to the downside. We've got 500. If I could get 500 bucks for everything I traded across the course of the day, I'd be happy enough. You know, it's, right now we're over $7,000. We've been pretty much at this level. It's probably I'm probably going to finish at this level unless something goes parabolic. It looks like we're finishing with a green day. We'll see what I'm feeling like. If I've got nothing to do on Monday, I might trade on Monday. I'm not guaranteeing it though, but I've not got a scheduled live stream. But if I am, it will be at the regular time, 90 minutes before the market opens. In the meantime, let's just take a look at. That's not it. Let's take a look at the link tree, shall we? Okay, so this is the link tree, and if you're wondering what the link tree is, this is what you will find if you go into my profile on TikTok. If you follow the link in the top left corner here, that's what you're going to find on the link tree. So if you're watching on YouTube or Twitch or any of the other streams other than TikTok, you'll find my link tree. Now, if you're on YouTube as well, these links are all in the description. So you go into the description, you can find these, no problem at all. If you want your where are we? If you want your I Trade with Tony coffee mug, get green, stay green. If you want your merch, if you want your hoodies, sweatshirts, t-shirts, great stuff. Just a fat guy on the internet. Get green, stay green. Not a financial advisor. Not financial advice. Any of those catchphrases that you hear me say on a regular basis, check out the merch store. The link in the description if you're on YouTube, or it is the link in the top left corner if you're on Twitch or anything else. If you're on TikTok, go into my profile and you'll find the link. It's the link tree TikTok trader. Go into my profile, you find it, and you can take the merch. Christmas is almost upon us. If you order now, you might get it. You might be lucky enough to get it in time for Christmas. If you want to learn how to trade, come join the Day Trade with Tony community. I'll be happy to take you under my wing, offering mentorship and guidance. You get access to the full education course penned by my lovely self. Here's the full syllabus here, and it's a very meager price of $120 plus tax wherever your region is. It might be different, so it's $120 plus tax. Come and join us, and you get over 20 hours of lecture material. You get an additional bonus swing trading course. An introduction to options, a whole library of ebook reading material that I use to learn how to trade. As I say, 120 bucks plus tax. So check that out. Come join us. With that, you get access to the private Discord, the access to the Day Trade with Tony Discord, which we've got the day trading room. We've got the watch list room where we're calling out what we're seeing on a daily basis, all the patterns, all the breakouts throughout the day. It's not just while I'm streaming. That is the whole time that the market's open, and sometimes beyond as well. So come join us if you want to be part of the community. If you want to trade stocks, you want to find stocks to trade, you're wondering how I know when something's moving, like Tal Education and Lee Autos just a moment ago. How did I know they were moving up? Well, I use Benzinga. So this is my Benzinga, and normally these two have got those for session for the pre-market, but this is what they look at. This is what I'm looking at on a daily basis. This is my Benzinga workstation right now. This is what my platform looks like when I'm trading. So I'm looking at my trading desk, and on my laptop screen. So I've got my trading desk up there, and then right in front of me, that's my trading my montage, my order, my hot buttons, my 4 charts. I've got another window with 8 charts over here to my right, but this is what I'm looking at on my laptop screen. So this is directly in front of me but slightly down, and this has got my my gap scanner. So this tells me What's moved up since yesterday? The biggest movers since yesterday's close of yesterday's market, or the previous trading day's market. What's moved up the biggest? This has got the momentum stock, so it's like the last 15 minutes. This is all my surging scanners. I can check between 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 60 minutes, the full session. And this changes in real time, so I'm able to get this. And of course, I've got filters set in place. This is my signals and alerts. This is rolling news that you can see here. I've got FTX news coming out right now, 10, 22, and 14 seconds. I've got Barclays giving the ratings on General Electric. So everything is, and this is a great tool. This is for me, it's indispensable. It really is. It's absolutely fantastic tool. If you want to find out what's moving, you just click on the ticker in Benzinga in a window that's already been popped out in this case, and it pops up another window. And then this window populates with all the information that you need to make a decision as to whether this is a stock that you want to be trading or not. It's got the chart to start off with. Then it'll have the news, which will give you why it's moving, how much it's moving, etc. It'll give you the catalyst. So here while it's loading, it's taking its time at the moment. How much am I up this month? I'll come to that in a second, money printer, and we'll have a look together, shall we? So you can see the chart, today's chart. You can go through, have a look in difference. It gives you a rolling news on what it actually is. So this is beyond spring. It tells you different news articles that are coming out. If there's anything that's causing this to move up, and then you might want to look at key data. For example, you look at what size float it is, how many shares they have. So you've got float there. There's still another 15 million shares that they could go public with. How much it's shorted by percentage and by shares. Balance sheet, all key data that you're getting there. All of this is very important information if you're going to be taking a trade. You can go into the news calendar, what time earnings are, if it's a bioscience stock, if it's got FDA approvals due or anything like that. You can have a look at the financials, everything. So this really is a great tool. This is Benzinga, and I use it every single day. So feel free to check out Benzinga. If I go back to the link tree, it is this one here. Now, if you take an annual subscription with Benzinga, it works out about $117 a month subscription. But you can try it out free for 14 days. Get used to it. See if it's worthwhile. See if you think it's worth. You don't even need a credit card number or anything else. You just need an email address to try it out for 14 days. And if you want to take a subscription, like I say, $117 for an annual charge, but you can get 35% off that by using my ticker, DTWT, Day Trade with Tony, 35. And you put that into checkout and you'll get an additional 35% off, which means that you're probably paying about 80 quid a month. It is more than worth it. I wouldn't be profitable without it. Trader View Journal. Somebody just asked me about how much I'm up on the month. Well, let's have a look. So Trader View, not to be confused with Trading View. So Trading View is a charting platform, but Trader View is my journal. Let's have a look at my journal right now here. So this is for the year before today. So I'm $10,000 down off that. I'll be $120,000 basically. Sorry, 1.2 million is the gross goal, and I'll be 1.2, whatever that is. So I'll be $10,000 off. 1.9 I'll be at, based on the 7,500 that I've got there. So we're 1.9. Let's have a look at how much am I on the month. Back at my mental arithmetic not really working properly. So how much of my profits have I made in December? Granted, it's only the 16th. We've only really had two full weeks and a bit, and I'm currently 58,000 up. So 58,000. If this was a normal month and we had 2 more weeks left, I'd be saying, look, we're well on track. We're on target, because if I look at the average daily gain, it's over the $5,000, which it has been all year. We've had a couple of months where it's not been, but we're over $5,000. So we're on track for the month. Because I'm taking some time off, I really need to have need to excel in December. We came into December slightly ahead, but we're probably not going to hit the actual goal. So, and if I look at the net numbers, this is slightly skewed with the trader views not got the actual net. This says that I'm actually 28,000 over goal, but I'm actually a little bit less than that. I'm about 30,000 down as it stands right now. I'm about just over 30,000, 35,000 down on the 7-figure goal. So yeah, that's where I am. That's what I'm doing right now. And check out the link tree. Come join us. We'll be happy to have you in the community. I will be engaged on the Discord as well. I'll be engaged on the Discord while I'm away. I'll be answering questions. I'll be looking at the charts and the stocks and stuff. I'm addicted to the market. What can I say? So I will be answering questions and getting involved in the Discord. So let's go back to the actual scanners here. And Benzinga. And let's look at this. Why has my camera done that? No idea. Okay. Looks like something's a bit weird on that. There I am. There I am. For some reason that's gone a bit weird, so I'll fix that in a moment. But I'm ending the stream anyway, so you don't have to worry about that. I'm finishing the stream here. I'm finishing just over 7,000 up on the day, and it doesn't quite get us above the drawdown that we've had over the last 2 days or the last week, which would have been nice, but it's over goal on the day. I'll come back later, maybe have a look, see if there's anything worth trading. I'll be calling out in the Discord if there is. And in the meantime, you guys have a great weekend. If you want to know how I finished the day, watch out for the trade recap video on YouTube a little bit later, and we'll be back. Looks like January now. I may trade on Monday, but if I'm not trading on Monday, it's going to be January before I'm back at it. So. Enjoy your weekend, guys. I'm going to finish the stream here. I've got a couple of errands to do, and then I'll come back and have a look at the charts a little bit later. So take it easy, guys. All the best. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year if I don't stream beforehand. Take care.